intervene as needed for my highest good, highest benefits, and greatest good. Thank you. Do you like my new mic? Or should I just go like this? What is this versus that? Whatever. The invisible mic. Okay? That's what I'm going to use it as. The mic in the ethers. Check 1. Check 2. What is it? That's strawberries. I'm having my own version too here. Oops, there's some orange rind on it. Well, what are we doing today? Operation Empress Diaries. Did we just do that? I don't remember. I think so. Personally speaking. Gifts Unlocked. Project Architect. Alright, Operation Empress Diaries. I'm pretty sure the last thing that I did was, was it 50? Yeah, 50. Okay, so it's 51. Okay, Operation Empress Diaries, number 50. Oh, season. Wait a freaking moment. Yeah, it's number 51. Okay, so, or 6, which is A Lover's Code, which is about self-actualization, which is about the best of the 1111 energy, like it has come to fruition, in its best possible light. Oh, the runner and chaser roles dissolved after turning the tables. Oh, you realize you chose yourself and you're good with yourself. You don't care about what the monetizations of and agendas of society has brought to you. No, you're defining what the Ten of Cups means to you in its most accessible sense, the Lover's card. Know thyself, honor thyself. Yeah. So I think a lot of people who are kind of well studied in its formal sense tend to forget that it's more than just the mechanics of a formula. And so it incurs a lot of presence, which is like here, I'm like, what? I didn't even see. My shirt does not even look like that. What the heck? That's okay. It's a bikini. Yeah, I was looking at more than just the fine print. Yeah. So the only reason why I say that is because the reason why I like the shirt is it's like you can't really see it, but like there's a gloss to it right there, like a pastel. What do you call it? What do you call that? It's sorry, my feet. Good. Oh shit, I remember it. It's some graphic design type of like image term. It begins with a G. Gradient. Gradient right there. as it fades into the other color. And it's a different pink. And the other half of it is stitched. Do you understand? Like the little the younger Tina who wanted to start out in embroidery before like the DIY crafting thing got all like super big and stuff. It satisfies me in that aspect. Yeah. So what were we gonna say? Okay, so Operation Empress Diaries number 51-6. I love this card. I don't know what deck we're gonna use just yet. But today's a new day, and there's a lot to talk about. I don't know what we're gonna focus on today, but I know I'm supposed to be doing a reading. And normally, like this is this is definitely a once in a blue moon thing because I usually do not go, you know, sharing shit like doing lives. Even though I like doing what I do, I don't do that on my days, on my ritual, big days. I don't realize it oftentimes, but when I do, like when I used to do the establishments, I would try to make or anything close to that, I would try to like just say like fuck off. That's my way. So anyway, oh wait, I can't use the quantum tarot because it's with that assassination thing that I talked to you about, the assassination or something. So I gotta leave that clear. So there's this, and Voyager. I'm gonna use a Voyager, which is back here. Right here. Voyager. Okay. Yeah, we can go from here to here. You understand? You understand? But right now, before we get all into it, which one do we want to start off with? One of these? Yes? No. Yes, this one? What happened to my stomach? That was channeling, because I didn't feel any disturbance. It just made a sound in my tummy. Alright, so, okay. What's the scope of the environment right now? Just, like, let's like a quick snapshot. Part of knowing thyself is taking a gander at the environment so you have context. Alright, so this is, ooh, it hit the steering wheel and then it ricocheted to my lap. Interesting. Three of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups in reversal. So, there's a level, okay, dude, okay, somebody has clocked in. They're here, presence. They know presence is everything. Therefore, wherever they're at, they're there. And luckily, in my favor, they are here. That could also mean, self as well, bossing up, like ready to pass the ball. Oh my God, passing over an investment. Now there might be some passing away in the like landscape, but like far off in the distance, like so far off that there's no echo until 5 years later. Through a bird, through the mockingbirds, through the mockingjays, for sure. Somebody likes Jays, Jordans. What is it? Because I'm hearing a song in my head with my J's on or something. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. Somebody plays basketball because that's how you pass the ball. I told you I know a little bit of sports. Anyway, yeah, so we're about to pass the ball. Some may have gone through some sports injuries as well, that have landed them in their like quiet spot, which is they've come to learn a blessing in disguise, that it allows for a certain scope that you wouldn't take out on your own. It's like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it for myself. Like that kind of thing. But that'd be cool for a gift. That kind of thing. But this is I wouldn't like it boils down even to like vacation, like the vibe of it. I don't know, it's kind of like there's a codependent in the decision making process. And so the divine has allowed for you to expand your landscapes through kind of like there's tower moments like, injury, so that you can gain broader perspective and greater significance in where you're at right now. So that's the energy right now for the main part. And right here, Nine of Cups in reversal. I don't think it doesn't look unhealthy here, with like someone there's like a minor disturbance. I mean, there could be some divorcing going on. Oh my God. Did you hear that in my stomach? Okay. Yeah. But that's like behind a large, like there's fog in the distance, so it's in there. It's soon to be demystified. Those are the current conditions of the weather. I don't control what's happening over there because it's closer to mountain range versus, or there's a lot of buildings in the way that inhibit the natural flow of activities, whatever, what kind of businesses, whatever, the energies. And so it's off in the side, but it's like, everybody's going through something, but at the same time, uh, like we don't. This is not like in the arena of nitpicking or giving critiques or whatever. This is just like everybody has their own business to conduct, okay? Um, and it's everyone's prerogative to each their own in how they conduct their business versus how they conduct themselves, you know? But the truth kind of finds its way through. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on these three cards, but yeah, I feel like there's new energies here, but also a sense of renewal in those that have been here. I can speak that for myself because it feels like a new day. It was weird, weird in a good way, where you don't have there's like lesser fixations. Like this is only through contrast. Like for me, I I don't know if my fellow psychics have felt the energy like about me. Hopefully nobody's offended. But I went through one of those like personalized tower moments where like fuck this, and then you like clear the bathroom counter of like all this makeup, and like mine doesn't really look like that because I don't have that. I keep it confined, whatever. What's the ideation of like clearing like a messy desk? Like fuck this, you know. So I started clearing all of this on my feed, all of like the psychics, all of the the readers and all of that from my feed to check if like first off I'm gonna be straightforward with you. Okay, um, I can laugh at it now. Some people might be offended. Everybody's gonna go through this at some point, in their elevation. But I started just like cutting people off, like, do not recommend this, whatever, this channel. Do not recommend this. Instead of saying not interested, not interested, I just like wiped it out. No, because I was trying to protect myself, and ultimately just saving me the time and the space. We'll just save each other like the trouble of finding out what kind of atrocities you're going to commit after like the la-ti-da, like glitz and glamour, and then like the settling, the unsettling of human, like the lack of human decency to see somebody else win. And you know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to save myself from that shit because like I've had enough. I'd like to just go ahead and move forward to let's skip to the good part, okay? Let's get like this is I don't need any repetition of this. Let's just like deadhead them so we could all bloom, okay? um and so I just started clearing. So I was like, because I could say I'm like they're good right now. They have been good for a little while, a good while, and there's something in increment of them. There's just like no, they're going to do you dirty and blah blah blah. And like, have you seen to this day um, any historic evidence that shows that that they have mutually like reciprocated, or have they just given you a little bit more than crumbs, or double or tripling up on the crumbs? You know what I mean? Like you gotta know, you have to pay attention to those nuances. And so the crow just landed up here. Um, on my left side, just looking over. So I do have watch outs on like who walk different paths. Um, and so I do understand. Okay. Everybody's different, and that's great. And then so like once I settled down, I realized it didn't take very long though. That you know what, this is actually better for me. This is my like smart brain going dum dum at first, just like, but there's just to get the action item done with, okay, of clearance. And then I realized, oh, the smart brain, like good cop bad cop shift, where I realized that it was it was needed. Okay, I'm distracting myself through like oodles and caboodles, and what do you call it when there's just so much. It's more than cluttering my being. But it's just a sheer lack of boredom, you know. And if I were like in the dark triad, you know, chair, that's like serial killer energy, That's what makes people, there's like no boundary between child and like homicide, type of energy. Um, and so, not that I'm anywhere near there, but it's like, again, you have to, at this point, where for me, I have to be cognizant of the those nuances. Hmm. And especially when there's so much influence. Um, anyway, here we go. I don't even know why we got to all of that. But Nine of Cups in reversal. We're all going through. Oh yeah, the clearance of like. So I realized, that was bottom line for me. To ensure that as far as distractions are involved, that they don't come in. I don't. How do I say it? It's kind of gatekeeping for myself. Um, because it takes more work when you're not being fed something. When you have to go downstairs, like down 2 or 3 floors to go to like the cafeteria, open up the fridge because like it's low staff there, and like you have to do it yourself. So that was really really that was good for me. Um, and I was like, yeah, yeah. So then like I when I thought back to the other regions, like no, they're good, they're fine, they're good. Yeah. So I gotta move forward. But okay. But there are signs, though. There are signs. I see you. I see you. um. Yeah. Support that. People from different worlds. Quite the support. There's very clever people out there. You would not even know. Do not limit the genres for sure. You would be a dumb dumb to do that. So that would be limiting yourself. What was I gonna say? Anyway, um, yeah. So I cleared my watch history too. It's like okay, restart. That was this morning, and then all right. So yeah, here little leeway. Everybody's going, has stuff, but this person is like not phased. They're ready, like they're here. They're not there. This still exists. I mean, like, but it's dissipating. That's what they call it, dissolving, dissolution. Whether it's a love partnership or a business partnership, things are dissolving and it's organic. Um, so I wouldn't quite call this disturbance anymore, especially with this energy coming through here. Um, God, why do I have to detect all this? Like, hey, this. Why do I have to? Okay, beware. Let's not ignore this. Okay, so this energy could have been. I mean, they have entertaining tendencies. Their past follows them. You see, there's a third party right there. They think they're bigger than life. Like, oh, I'm in their league. I'm also a celebrity, but like Nirvana versus a whole that kind of thing when they're dating, and then it's just like certain power plays. I'm not going to talk about. No, we'll give certain celebrities the respect and the limelight because they've already put themselves out there a certain realm of privacy. But you know who you are. So people try to challenge you, right? And so they think like, oh yeah, big shot. I mean, this energy thinks that they're even bigger than whoever they're going to like, whatever. They think that they're bigger than this, right? It's always worked. Um, I'm I'm half her age, that kind of thing. And so it's it's performative and doctored, canned, commercialized, distributed femininity. It's yeah, that's what it is. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's like wrapped up like Venus package. Like I'll take the Venus top tier package, please. And like this is something like people become more scantily clad after they've gotten work done. Um, the revenge body misplaced through other characters in their life. You know what I mean? So I mean, somebody must have done them dirty, like accumulated response systems of, previous experiences, and they're like, oh, there's one, a target. Um, yeah, blinded, like Icarus, or is it Icarus? No, fly, mirror dude, flying. Whatever. Like very fixated, okay, but almost to their own demise. And so, now I'm not talking shit on anybody like who desires to be scantily clad or who has work done, but comprehensive, the total package mentality, it's also there. So when you purchase like a certain tier, you also have to be aware of what you're purchasing into that's intangible. Okay, you don't control everything, but you have to keep yourself in check. Is what I'm saying. I'm definitely dealing with people who have a high sensitive exposure here to societies. That's pluralized for sure. So there's a sense of presence here, passing blah blah blah. So they tend to follow this type of energy. But dude, like this is a happy man. You know what I mean? They're good. Again, remember we were talking about the passing of the crown. So the crown's in check. The crown is on, and this is a little weird for me because usually you see third party in the Three of Cups, like implied, insinuated. This is Three of Cups threefold, which means that this is the energy of like triple threat, like almost like how, oh god, I can't say it because they're still alive, these celebrities, um and I don't know them, so why put them. I've said other celebrity names before, which I believe to be okay. I've checked, but in the here and now, because of so many details being exposed, especially through the playlists and everything, like I I'm just we're talking about energy here, not identities. Okay, so I don't want people to um get it twisted, get it, like this is about more like pattern recognition and the growth opportunity that it presents to you. Um, so yeah, this is about exposure, not convincing, really here. So anyway, as far as my in the here and now for me. So there's this. Okay, this is the scope of the environment. Holy smokes, 22 and almost 23 minutes. Okay, so header cards or energy. Energy from here. Energy from here. Okay. So I don't know what to expect. There's a lot of um oh I so I so mended. I haven't done it in a while. I'm gonna show you a picture. Pretty picture for sure. Um but like I'm in the middle of other things. And I did that not last night, but the day before. And last night was cleaning up and doing donations and stuff, like setting aside some stuff. And I realized this on this middle part. Um that today is actually a full moon day. Last night I just realized that it was sneaking up. It snuck up on me. Seven of Cups, options, resources, and no ruminating. Um, in the actual context of it, I mean, old-fashioned form, it is. It could imply rumination. Here, it's not. Here, not in this imagery. This is about getting like the the visionary's experience is becoming more visceral, and the goals, like the rewards, are that much closer to becoming tangible. Um, and you see all who have died in the process, kind of like Indiana Jones, like the Golden Child, Eddie Murphy, like those things, those yeah, um, Indiana Jones, yeah, those who have not succeeded, and you got to wonder the difference between me and those other energies. Not to say like I'm on my high horse, but like what did not work out for these energies? Did they become overconfident and they failed to understand the put complexities of their environment? Did they abuse and disrespect any energies that, before they entered the premises, that could land them, into a flop? Or, like, you got to understand the walks of life that have not made it there. And the gravity at which, like, oh, I've gotten that far. Like, most of them just stop here. I'm already like over here. Like, it's a dead zone there. You don't even know what to expect. Um, you would even accept the understanding of not being able to make it out because of the scope of the odds against you, and not knowing the degree of its impressions. And so, like, oh, like, so this is a true adventure, true adventure. And this morning, I landed into like, there was something on my feet after I cleared, right? About trafficking. Oh my god! Like, seriously, I have no idea what kind of trouble I could have gotten into. Like, or like how much trouble I got myself out of. Like, the potential. Like, this isn't just trouble. This is like, how did you even survive that? No wonder those bitches were like crazy, like mad at me and jealous. Like, I was able to get out of there like unscathed. Like, I won the, not just the bids, the favor, but definitely that's in their perspective. For me, I don't even think, like, if I had to link it up to something, I won the hearts of those that were hardened, over time. And so when you look at it in the scope where someone's trapped and they haven't expanded far enough to know that they um to find their way out of that loop. Okay. Again, we're not talking about identities here, we're talking about energy. Okay. And I don't know if I feel sorry for them, because I'm not supposed to feel like compassion for people who have done me wrong. Like, I don't know. Like, it's how do I put the words to this? The more I feel bad about someone, like, it creates this halo effect of a protective auric field around them. So whatever karma is supposed to be dished upon them is forgiven, alleviated, And so I have to be very careful of, where I place my heart. And its applications. Um, yeah, I've seen that, and that's why dominantly my spirit wants me to, or my expanded divine panel, the infinite, including my extraterrestrial divine panel, wants me to stay away from drama. It's like my inputs are already received. It does not warrant anything further um, to roll out. And so I don't want to modify things that are supposed to, like, that's just elongating the process, the learning process for them, because they're sure as shit to fuck around again. And that may just be the most unforgivable offense that I don't know what to say about that, because that's okay. Let me see. Ladies of my court, my extended all the infinite eight, including my guest visitors that have open seating. What is your wording on those energies? Or what we just talked about right here and now. What is your word on that? And open the floor to you. Okay. First off, the Fool card did not fall down because my son bought this like weird thing from probably Temu or whatever that fills the gaps in the walls of the between the center console and each chair. Okay. Anyway, the Fool card. Giddy up is what they're saying, even without the horse, even without the dog. That this old man, he played one, he played knick-knack on my thumb with a knick-knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Okay, so there is no dog here, and so then Bones gonna walk around. Yeah, something. People gonna do what they gonna do is what they say. Like, you know, a goody boogity, but ooga booga. So instead of like the oogity boogities are gonna get the like the caveman ooga booga, like that kind of energy. People gonna do what they gonna do, so you do you. So anyway, yeah, you do you. So the other part that separates: Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords in reverse, and Five of Wands in reverse. The main focus is here. Fuck, fuck that scope is what they're saying, Tina. Like from from bitches to bitches. Don't like don't fuck with that, Tina. You got your own thing going. Like you're freed up, okay? So own it because you are free. You're unblocked. Exposure, clarity, demystified, right? Along with um, no disturbances here. Like there's no quarrel. There's no conflict. There's no any bickering that's happening is isolated. Remember the auric fields of the bubbles? That's what they're saying. Okay, so there's like a greater sense of ownership is bringing this stuff along, clearing routes, um, including like to the yucky stuff. It's clearing all that because I remember this is an expansion of options. It's not like um eliminating like there's no sense of me moving forward that has any desire or any like the keys still exist, the places still exist. I'm not going to wipe them out from the system because they serve no direct purpose for me. Maybe some areas are holding tanks. Maybe some areas people are like need like some version of a halfway house while they're trying, like there's witness protection program type of energy here. So I'm not going to dispose of certain arenas when I know perfectly well I was in one while in the interim. You know what I mean? Like it serves its purpose, but I have no desire to go back there. I'm not in the any kind of state nor perceive, especially from where I'm coming from, that I will ever be back to there again. And it's just a different state of being. Like, it just clicks. It just clicks. I don't and so Five of Wands in reversal, like any kind of that auric field of like there's there's blessings and like checks and balances with what I'm doing. So, that auric field of like, oh, I don't feeling compassion for someone who like it's kind of like a displaced kind of fairy godmother energy. So it may seal them from direct like blows, from because these people like they could get really even reconstructive surgeries, like a dozen reconstructive surgeries will not put them anywhere near the state of comprehensible to who they were before, even at the state of functioning. That's what kind of energies we're talking about here. So perhaps things are supposed to go accordingly because if this is like I forgo that, but at the same time karma still needs to roll out. So in order to prevent that from further happening, duplicating those efforts, because that is the truth, as like a substitute alternative fix is to bind energies, like the very conflicted energies to their own, so they do their damage to themselves. And it's an intimate forum of dark night of the soul. So holy smith, this is crazy. um yeah, so this is practice for like ghostbusters energy. So rather than wiping them out into like this pandora's box type of level, this is disciplinary measures so that before they like exit, that they're given legitimate opportunities um, to find peace and closure with those disturbances, those conflicts. And this is the perfect material, like workbook style, in assisting, like what they call death doulas, roaming energies that are very conflicted, that have passed on. And some of them are very ancient. Some of them are like, tied to the demonic, elemental realm. Some are, there's like alliances with, or deals with, tied with like grudges and resentments that may elongate and complicate their passing over to the other side. So it's not just a singular willful type of um, technicality that prohibits the crossing over, but that's what they're saying. This is preparatory matters for becoming a more eloquent, um, efficient, I would say, death doula or anything similar to that matter. So that's what's for me. And it's also for some of my divine collective too. Yeah, yeah. Some of the stronger work is also is actually being conducted by my collective rather than me. I have other duties involved, but this is a very heavy and meaningful one. So, congratulations! What a new adventure for sure. Okay. Um, header cards now. I don't even know what to expect out of these. They're big ass header cards for sure. Okay. Okay, so that's there. That's funny. Carry on, my wayward son. Look, another, I think, hawk or falcon right there. Hi, Brianna. Oh my god, I'm so loud. And Mr. Paul Welch has entered the building. I have to memorize. Okay, 3986. Okay, I have to say it because I thought about it the last time. I was like, what if I'm saying holler to some other Paul Welch and he added other numbers to there, and I just the wrong energy. Sorry. So like I have okay, Brianna Samuel 2591. Got it. Got it. Got it. You know how things can go. Um Look, the sun is shining. What is it? Don't let the sun shine down on me. Something free. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the lyrics. I was hoping, I was stressing that whatever was gonna come was gonna come, and it did come, and that was all that was in the barrel. So we're gonna have to do some searching later, lyrical searching later. Oh, what I was a little bummed about. I when I see certain artists and they're like they invest in something, they're like really happy about what they're doing, but then you look at the scope of the environment, and like oh that's really cool. I should say something to them, and you hold it back. You don't say anything, but you're just like energetics. That was cool. Um, um, and then you see them like a week later, maybe a few days later, and they're used to seeing like success in certain projects and endeavors, and the the scope of the environment has changed um, to the point where the consumer behavior or even the response of like communicating isn't what it should be. And and I think certain artists are strong enough to know that it's not a personal identifier, that they're lacking in any kind of way, but it's such a huge disappointment to see that like I put so much work into this, I put my heart into this, and I just like seeing an okey doke society or the leadership translated through an okey doke society. Like what the frick does that mean? That means it's like almost like I'm not talking shit on the capability of certain leaders, but it's just who's involved in this like decision making process to create okey doke measures. You know what I mean? Like why would you want to see things unfold like this? Like just crazy. Um, And so, like just knowing, just understanding that from my um not yet like super publicized um uh like the old me version, like seeing it through that scope and understanding it in the larger vision, you feel kind of sadness for this energy. Is like, no. So energy, like, don't stop. It's awesome. That kind of thing. Um, yeah. Anyway, what do we, okay. Header cards. Okay, this is segue first. Okay, because this went in on my lap to this thing, which I think I'm supposed to segue to that. Yeah, I am. Okay, purity. Two of Wands. There are plants, like, on my lap. Yeah, this is like Santa. You know, yeah, I'm like, what would you like for Christmas? Oh, yeah, so it's like, yeah, this is Hecate also coming through because the torch or the candle is coming through. Also, the hand of an initiate in bloom, lotus flower, comes up from the mud, like, hi, hello, yeah, I was here. I heard everything that you said. Yeah, I heard, you heard, you're gonna hear it from me. Or through the ethers. Like, oh my god, it's like Nanu, Nanu. But it's like, it's ET version of Nanu, Nanu. Look, ghostly, like, you see? You see? Oh, fun. I see it. Um, Pine needles are also a sense of protection. So if you feel like greener landscapes, like the florals are missing in your environment, pine needles are a big deal. Or twigs, to add. Okay, yeah, twigs, twigs. I was gonna say something about. I think there's a singer artist, Twigs. I think. Um, I'm supposed to channel from. I don't know her music. I know it's a her. She. Yeah. Okay, purity. So, true intentions, purity, transparency, rainbows are to come through. All right, so since it landed where the stack is right here, like a segue, what you want to tell me? Ladies of the court, ladies and gentlemen. The dream team is in the house, yeah? So it's like this, and, oh, it's like that. Okay, so like that, and then upright. Okay, so I'll hold it on the top of it. King of Wands, extroverted, wonderful, and this is supposed to be upright. Oh my gosh, this is we have LGBTQ here and non-binary. Let me do. Hello, I see you. Look, because the face is very much androgynous to their form. Experience a bit of heat. There's flushness in the face where the torch is handling, so it is a hot fire. Do not underestimate. This is not no candle. This is like gasoline on top with the. This is Indiana Jones style. Um, King of Wands though, extreme player, but also upright. See, we work hard, we play hard. Okay, they're plans. Okay, they're plans. Okay, I see you. I see you back. Rather than I raise you and I match you, like, I don't know, dude. I don't play cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 7 right there. Okay, and that's so. What does it mean? Player. Life is crazy. Let me tell you. We we get paired up at this like glorified cosmic do-si do where we all square dance with each other. so, so the thing is that I think in like back in the day when it came to stuff like that, birds and bees stuff, um, partnering up for PE, you get to select your partner, right? But when you do that for do-si do, you switch around. Like you're dancing with several partners, so it's like, what's going on here? And so you get to know the scope of the land. It's healthy, right? Kind of like moving desks around, right, in office spaces. Somebody might be moving office spaces, yeah, with a window. Somebody might be getting a like a an office rather than a cubicle. Or I think like a corner office. Yeah, definitely somebody's moving offices. Perhaps I? Oh, this is weird though. You know what's so strange about this? The I don't understand. Okay. So this gives the impression that the window has opened up. Um okay. Yeah, it has opened up. But there's no like where's the windowsill carried? Like where's the open part on the bottom? What is going on? All right. So, do I feel trapped? Is this a fake window? Is this are these fake pockets? Who's making fake pockets for aesthetics? First off, highly inconsiderate, very rude. Second off, thank God I can sew, and pockets are very easy. So you just created the aesthetic for me. I just need to build in the end part, okay? So I'm blessed, not stressed. But let me see here. I'm trying on. I was going through my wardrobe. I'm a third of the way there, probably a third, maybe a quarter, something like that. I made progress last night. Shut your face. Um, I found a velvet jacket, and then I discovered pockets. So I got my seam ripper, and I made it happen. Okay, this is practical magic. So when I tell you I'm a witch, that's what this is my witchy stuff. Okay, part of it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What else do you want to say here? That's it. All right, we're good. Okay. More in here. Okay. Back to the basics. Where did we come from? Oh yeah, Omega Land Tarot. What is it? Ooh, Ace of Swords. The truth prevails. Hmm? People are watching often distance these off-gridders. Highly skilled, dedicated to their craft, also skilled in weaponry. Hmm. Yeah, firearms. Mm-hmm. Off-gridders, they're very self-sustained. Mm-hmm. What is it? Order in the courtroom. Something sustained. Objection sustained. 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 Okay, something. I don't know what's going on here. But this is like doing right with yourself. Like society's norms. Like what the fuck? Like does the Tasmanian devil come through here? Yeah. But this is the energy of the female. She had her daughter. They own a bar. Okay, in Supernatural. That lady. Yeah, like that. They can forage and fend for themselves. There's damage around, but that's because that's the life. There's a greater sense of value in what you protect and how you've presented yourself thus far. Like, this is not just like ascension growth. Woo. This is actually living in it. Um, I heard shots and then the ghetto. What is it? It's Wu Tango. What is it? And then the lady's crying in the intro, and she's very distraught. Are those two different songs? We'll find out. It is that though. It is that though. Hmm. This goes from different age ranges, like from newbie to this to long range, because this is like the evolution of a JanSport backpack. You know what I mean? But it's not like the backpack where you're going like I'm gonna take on the Pacific Rim. That kind of thing. Um, thank you for the supportive emojis. Very nice. But you're not limited here. Like it doesn't feel like a rat in a cage. There's chicken, there's beef, there's whatever else that's canned here. But the worst case scenario, you're smart. You understand. If you don't do this in the here and now, because this is what our situation warrants, you know. Um, um, Self, not just self preservation, just like a certain sense of independence, not okie doking to everything. You know what I mean? Um, so you understand that there's a difference, or these energies understand the difference between accepting this in the here and now, so as not to trade off for some dire apocalyptic bullshit where you have to worry about like people under the same roof causing a ruckus to do you over so that whatever remnants there are, um, they can sustain for themselves. It's just basically living in fear. So, that's why these energies are like this, more committed to this kind of lifestyle. Not to say that like, oh, you everybody has broken cabinets, um, or living off of just like canned goods. There's degrees of this. They know people. They're not confined to just cans. This is kind of like a situational, seasonal type of thing. So they know this. Okay. Oh, look, what's underneath the. Was that the bottom of the deck? Because like right underneath this now is the High Priestess. Okay, this is Persephone with the pomegranate right there, in between the gears of justice, like the. Do we pulled from here, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Persephone in her like wedding gown. This is renewal. This could be confirmation. This could be, in the seven sacraments, confirmation, first communion, wedding. It's highly sacred. Okay, this is a milestone that is celebrated, not will be, not it's not like there's no rain check for this. It is happening. It is here. She is holding those white dove, flowers from I think the Six of Cups. Yeah. Like she has a lot of love. Like a little bird told me, a lot of birds told me, a lot of doves told me, even doves that cry told me. They gave me my flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? Did I count that right? 4, 5. Yeah, 11 flowers. It's an ace. Yeah. This is Persephone because this is descending. You see, that's the outlook. This is not a painting. It looks like a painting. If you just like, if you want to okey doke everything, including people in your life, even if they're just passerbys or family, whatever, you're not going to see very much. Oh, that's a picture, a nice picture, whatever. Little do they know. That's the entryway, like the descent from the stair. You know what I mean? Like they didn't look beyond, like, it was just like a little paper doll, like a lot of people can measure you up like that. You like, why don't you smile? You look better to smile. I'm like, dude, do you understand the depth of like the gravity of me even being here? Like, you little roach, like how'd you find yourself like around here? You know what I mean? It's but we're not there anymore, okay? I have got that pomegranate. Okay, that's good. Mm, flavor crystals. What's flavor crystals? Mm, yeah, so she's got the cheese, this essence of, because the last time I talked about flavor crystals, I had to like cite that in my Rolodex of memories. The last time I said something like that, it was in reference to cheese. Specific one, I don't know. Anyway, this is good. This is so good. There's even a waterfall, distance. So what this is driving me towards is if you're a fellow reader or have access to other decks, or even access to other decks, this is Kim Kranz or Carnes, I don't know, Kranz. Oh, that's Betty Davis size. So this is about seeing more, amplification of clairvoyance. Me and my divine collective is what they said. Um, which is great. So if you have access to one of Kim Kranz or Carnes' decks, she does that in her animal spirit deck, and I mean that's her signature. Okay, so there's that, or resource her wild unknown archetypes one, the circle one, to get more personalized information. Since I don't have that readily available here, I have that at home. Um, Maybe I'll pick that on the next reading, but that's just a marker. Um, Especially if you're a reader, try that on for size, as well as the Hans. It looks like similar to the Aquarian Tarot. If you remember, if you're like way back, if you go way back with me, I told you in my reading that I got the Aquarian Tarot mixed up with the Hans Hansel Tarot. Anyway, you could pick one from there. Because that's the outliers. But I don't know. That's yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So back to okay. It's already almost an hour. That's crazy. 1:22 on the clock. At the time. Death and justice in reverse. Oh my god. In the ghetto. Yeah. Again, Wu-Tang. I hear like the shots, the screaming, the mother, the crying, and then it sounds like a violin, but it's like done as I don't know what I don't know what instrument that is. It sounds like like on those jazz keyboards where they have different sounds to them. It's almost like that. I put in the sound for that. It's not quite a violin, but it's piano. Like dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, death. Remember we talked about? Remember that crevice in the door, the Seven of Swords? That's I wanted to pull a card from there, but yeah. Um, some people might see it like as an injustice because they don't know the whole story. Like I just know them to be my grandnephew or my godson or whatever the frick, and it's like if you only knew. And that's part of the tragedy is like even their closest family like didn't even really know them, know these energies. Um, yeah, like everybody has their own sense of disturbances and levels of ignorance. So to say that these important figures, even though it may be respectable to the community and or the direct, like grandson or godson, whatever, goddaughter, whatever, there's like a lack of like fluency to be able to communicate like this person could help me out of this. This person could at least buffer the zone between me and this like you know create distance, create healthy distance. And so that's what part of the tragedy is. It's a comprehensive view of where these energies are, and everybody has to digest this. So it may straight up look like an injustice. It was like, oh my god, that was a minor, or there's something about that here. Let me get clarification on this because it may be like a wrongful death too. But let me just open up. No, because right here, this is where this is what's hiding behind. I mean, this is behind it. Like, things are actually good. It may look like, because of the rawness of it, that it was a tragedy. Okay, ladies of the court, can you explain justice for me in reversal here? Ace of Cups. This is a washing away. That's why. This is as like apocalyptic as the Big Bang, as Noah's Ark, flash flood type of energy. This is handed over to me as like, you got dips, Tina, and this is the only way to really work it out. Um, the, Flooding, yeah, like a clearing, and there's a cap on it, so it's not going to happen endlessly. Like there's a stop to it. But here, this is kind of like the good luck potion, handing it over to me. Um, and it does really feel like prison. Like I don't know, like there's a window there. Like it feels like the window that you would see. Not that I've seen, I've only seen shit in like movies and stuff, but it feels like the confinements of prison. Like a conjugal visit. Like you pick up the phone and then you talk behind a glass. That's what it feels like. Um, yeah, judgment is in here, like A1 sauce, but it's A20. Um, mm-hmm. Yeah, like spirit also got caught like in the gears, like trying to fix like a tinkering or whatever, and then like the finger got like twisted a little, like mangled there. Still functional. Like for me, I kind of have that. My finger got stuck in a like a roll van, like back back in the day, and you slide the van shut, and my finger was just sitting there, like as a kid, and it got cramped, and I was like, hey, wait, and it was more like the shock that it was happening, not the pain of it, and so yeah, it's been crooked since then. I didn't have to go to the hospital for it, but like that's what that you know. So spirit got also the brunt of it, which is spirit got involved. You're gonna cross me. You're gonna use other deities on me. My other delegates. You're gonna even attempt at that. Spirits. Okay. Thank you, ladies of the court. Anything else that I should know? Okay, this is again the Lover's card, number 51. Okay, this. Okay, so this, this, these two, and then whatever. Do you see? Like, there's stuff. There's 1, 2, 3 swords. Okay, so let's start with this. 6 of Cups in reversal. Long time ago, death, like in the background right there. You see the back of death. Okay. Death has done its business. Okay. Everybody's like playing tag team. Like no, everybody's doing their own things. Like this is actually big, like in the background. I was like, where were you when Kennedy, was assassinated, kind of thing. But then these are like the ones that were frolicking around. They could give a shit less, like they were just busy. I don't know. That's why like nobody's even really noticing. Hold on, let me get information here. Hierophant in reverse and Wheel of Fortune. This is faded, and also breaking the rules. Like I get dibs. It's my turn, so it has to flush out these energies. Holy smokes, it broke the rules for me. Oh my god, that's so crazy. So what's next on deck? Do we go? So what's it's delivering to me? Knight of Pentacles. What's delivered here? It's like right here. You saw 5 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse, and 4 of Swords in reverse. You know how awesome this is for, especially for air signs, Gemini. This is like, I mean, there's wands here, but like it could easily be taken as swords with the guns, artillery. It's like, oh, it's just a BB gun, but like BB gun in like close proximity. You know what I mean? Like the context to this of what weapons were used. So like how to say it, like Uzi or like like street machine. Oh god, a machine gun is mm, how do you say it? Like versus like a sawed-off shotgun kind of energy. Like you have to think about the context. Like somebody's trying to pass off, like, oh, I'll only get like 2 years, like a reduced sentence from like 5 years down to 2 years, maybe with some community service because I use this weapon instead of that. No, the context is that's 10 years to life because, and then etc. There's something about here. This gives off very much swords energy. Luckily, these are all in reversal, meaning somebody's world has turned upside freaking down, and it's not the sunny side of egg. This is not for them. Okay, for me though, I'm recovered, full on recovery, tangible and intangible, all resources available, intact, secured, insurance, bodyguards. It's covered. Okay. 7 of Swords in reversal. No bullshit. Any terms, any contracts were in the ethers or written, signed off on. No bullshit. No bullshit can, what is it? Can lock me down or lock me in. So there's no bad contracts here. If, let's say, there are future partnerships, I sign up on something, I'm still going to read, I'm still reading, I'm still going to have my say. However, if there's any uh, anyone like any loopholes or like any degree of bullshit, there's a crackdown, an immediate crackdown, almost like treason, um handled upon it. Like this is secured. That's 11 swords. That's the Ace of Swords. Like you cannot pin me down. You cannot hold me down. There's something about it. There. Okay. Anyway, there's no feuding. And again, this is a replication of what we've seen before. Um, so that's 16 swords in total. If you look at the context of that, it's decided. There's no way you can go about it. This is going through the thick of it. This is the follow through. It is done. Like this is basically so mote it be. But say it in like a way of like loaded, that kind of energy. There's funny. We had a little bit of like attitude people here, but it's funny because you're doing the work. All right, Page of Swords. This is what like because of this thing that is in between the crevice to not fall. Page of Swords in reverse, the World card, and the Hermit. Look, little do you know, this is Dark Horse energy. It's just kind of it's automatic. I know you hear me. What is that song? It's automatic. Yeah, very quiet, softly spoken. Oh my God, this is Godfather type of energy. Sing softly. Like this is kind of like discretion, but like you can talk, but it's like don't talk like it's gossip. Like this is mafia type of energy. Like, but like organized crime, but like in a better way. I don't know. I'm just saying. I do, but this is like like old vatos, people who actually do give back to the community. They're the Robin Hoods of the community. They're respected because they've gone through the mechanics of what's the lesser known keys of Solomon, basically. They're forced into that trap life. Um, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. But as soon as they found their way out, they didn't lose their essence of the game, that they are of value, like they are an asset, they're a contributor, okay, they're an investor. So there's no fine line between, oh, I'm just doing the streets versus like stock market activity. Like, no, I'm playing the game. I am there. Make no mistake about it, this is like White Lotus, secret, society type of energy. Like, what's his name, Uncle Iroh, General Iroh, in Avatar: The Last Airbender. So that's what this is. Um, but it's seeking closure finally. Um, it's seeking closure. Do you have a BMW? Um, I have it in my energetics along with other things. I don't have it physically yet, but anyway, it's at the shop. It's at the store. Okay, so anyway, World 21. Okay, closure, breakthrough. Told you. Told you. Oh yeah. So this is also like just because we're rooting out what no longer belongs, in our life, down to the nitty gritties. It doesn't mean that we're not confined to reallocating, redesigning, um, things. Like, it doesn't automatically place you in. Okay, so now you're a pack rat. Oh, so now, no, it's just like I don't really need to purchase anything more in this arena. Like I can show up just how I am. Like if I was invited to, I don't know, a red carpet thing, I I won't find the need. Like there's a certain degree of presence and identity that I can move forward with, so I can make do with what I have, and it's still banging. Um, but it also doesn't confine me, restrict me into like the openness of being able to grab something quick. You know what I mean? Like there's so Spirit has given me like some flexibility. This is kind of like an FYI for me, so I can move forward. And that there's been an isolation in identifying what I see of value in here and moving forward. There's just something very telling about that. Um, like I've purchased probably quite a bit more than I probably should have. Um, but that was more of like I think like a distraction type of technique. but not 100%. I'm not gonna explain everything here. That's another topic. Okay. But here it's like it's there's no like there's there's nobody scolding me. There's no need for scolding. Like it's all good. Like it's written off or you're good. No big deal. Um, there's something here. I don't know. Like oh yeah, I was gonna say. I got a little thicker. I don't understand how. I don't. I have no desire to get my thighs down to fit into these jeans, so I cut them off. And that's what it's like. I'm wearing a different sense of cutoffs. I cannot show you. I cannot show you. Um, but it's kind of like that. It's drawing eyes to that. The other ones are more conservative. Okay. Um. Again, the city beats life behind like in fire. Mm. I just heard a song that I haven't heard before. I think it's called Fire by the child. I forgot the lyrics. I mean, I just heard it for the first time a couple hours ago, and so there's that. Okay, and then there's also mountain range that we had just talked about, like the scope of the environment, and then the shed. The shed was right there. Then he like that's where I was again. Forager type of energy. Mm-hmm. But there's a song here. Is it? I don't know. It's fine. But this is just retreat in not like a offense mechanism. But I feel like it's lights out. Wait, what is it? Hold on. Yeah, leaving a world behind. Sometimes leaving other people who are at a different pace. So it's not bad blood. It's just some people. You see the fluency. Like some people are just gonna stay behind. They'll be the rock. Like the lookout, the watch. Between both worlds. And they have other informants. Oh yeah, PI type of energy. See weapons down. Yeah, very interesting. Like holy smokes. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as leverage to move into this deck, Voyager, since it's more expensive. It is 7221 on the clock. Man of Wands opened up to Ten of Cups. Enter. I think this is the King of Wands again in reversal. So this is again, play your tendency. Work hard, play hard, but this is to the maximum. Passion. Very much driven. I would have to say, because this is a Ten of Cups, this is more comprehensive. So it's expansive to than just what's in view to the naked eye, meaning that this is reaches out to ancestry. I've got to say this only because I don't feel like the player, like, I don't know, like I told you, when I go into excessive environments, if I don't dub my energy, like, what do you call it, tame my energy a bit, like, real, how do I say it? It's like my life is on, not autopilot, but like everything is a museum, you know? So that's why I feel like the crazy party lifestyle thing is just conditional almost. It's not, I don't know. So that's why like the player aspect here isn't, oh, a player also feels fulfillment with me. But I mean, this is again conditional. It's like different terms, different behaviorisms, different, just different. So anyway, the ancestry part is like the King of Wands in reversal. This is communing with, ancestry. The very rooted aspect. The carelessness, like people perceive me as a player because I can do that. I can do that. So that capability is kind of like a binding to how people perceive you. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I can work incognito. I can work into camouflage. Whatever. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm playing. Whatever the fuck. Okay, but this is like behind closed doors. I'm just I have this is family time basically. Like, I get to indulge in this without your fuckery, you know? I don't need to over-explain. I don't need to defend anything. Like, you already showed me your energy. Let's just go with that. Okay? Let's just, you do you. Okay? Um, mhm. This is something, like, hypnotic about it, because it looks like that thing is, like an opium thing. I don't know. Yeah, something very grounded here. And since opium is more of like, older, I don't know, old time drug, um, it's very much like ancestry here. Mm, appeasing the ancestors. And back to once in a blue moon thing. A lot of blues here. You see the contrast? Mm-hmm. Hecata here. Day and night. Anubis here. Papa Legba. You know, there's like a transition between worlds. Worlds of thought. Mm-hmm. So again, this is driving back to the last thing about not just expansion, Jupiter, but also like Apollo. So what is it? Pointer finger? Pointer sisters. Jump. Yeah. Um, there's a lot of revival in here. So what is it? Oh gosh, I'm moving too quickly. Okay. Contrast. Anyway, that's fine. Let's okay, let's move forward. Okay, anything else that I need to know? Okay, last thing. Okay, last thing, and then we can go to takeaways time. So we haven't gotten the lover's card yet. I mean, noticing. Okay, these two top. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, start. See that? Or individuals. No, like this. Okay. All right. Child of Wands in reversal and Seven of Cups in reversal. Over Seven of Wands in reversal and Two of Worlds in reversal. I forgot what the child is. I think it's the Knight. It's a Seeker, yeah. Child of Wands in reversal. Wait a second. Let me just check. I don't remember. Okay. So the Sage is the Page. Child is the Knight. Okay, yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay. Knight of Wands in reversal and Seven of Cups. Chosen here. This is choosing yourself. Okay, this is building self-confidence. The inner child is recognized. Like, I need to build upon this area rather than seeking it outwards. I know this because I'm not seeking outwards. I'm seeking inwards, okay? I know this because Seven of Cups is a chosen one type of energy. No longer ruminating on the outskirts. I've chosen, like, singular prime resource. I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm here at least for myself. You know what I mean? Like, you forget about yourself? No, I'm here. Okay. So, choosing self, okay? To build upon. Seven of Wands in reversal. This is kind of like, again, remember, defenseless, but it's also standing down. Like, this is standing out, standing also, this is for my orators too. This is kind of like standing down from a platform or the podium where you know that it's fixed. Like, the audience will not hear you, or the audience cannot hear you. It's like, this is exactly, they're giving me, the visualization when Forrest Gump is on the mic, and he's saying something real, just like honest, without it being like a political statement. They pull the cord, and then it's like everyone's like, "Oh, I can't hear you," like, or "We can't hear you," and he's just motoring off, and but it's not supposed to be a political statement. He's just like just talking about his experience just briefly, and then like they push the cord back in or whatever, and say something nice, and everybody's like, yeah. I think I remember something like that. That's what it feels like here, stepping down from here. So like, don't erase your breath in communities where it's fixed for you not to be received well. So this is kind of avoiding not just a humiliation ritual, but also when people put you in those positions, it's very much crafted. It's premeditated on a group level, at least two plus. And so, in order to shift all that energy to place you into there, if you catch on, you don't always have to play along. um, like when you catch it, it's kind of like ending like the wedding, like before you get hitched. You know what I mean? Like you on your wedding day, like, no, I saw what I needed to see. I'm saving myself. Okay. Um, something like that. There's a lot of situations here. Anyway, kind of standing down. Two of Worlds, Two of Pentacles in reversal. Reflection. Yeah, this is loading. Like you're given the opportunity before you get into, yeah, step into it. So it's noticing the signs and complying with it. Um, definitely. It's noticing the signs and complying with it. Um, yeah. Because honestly, if this is this defenseless card, the Seven of Wands in reversal, like, who's going to have something to say about you giving to yourself? Like, you building confidence in yourself? Like, who's going to say, like, who's going to talk shit on that? Because I hear a lot of things that I'm like, I don't need to regurgitate them to you. But who's going to talk shit when you're, when you're self isolating? Even if it's like to the degree of playing yourself, you're not, mm, you're not including anyone in the crossfire. So what, anyway, let's release those frustrations because this is something different here. So, what were we going to say about the Seven of Wands in reversal? I forgot. Right, this even can go to religious and tribal, like community type of energy. Because Seven of Wands here, like you see the stained glass here, the totem pole over here, and it may be like a cultural, religious type of thing. Um, but this is a scope where you save yourself a lot, or we save ourselves a lot of heartache by not dismissing the things that we do that were put on notice, for like the things that we do see. So, child of wands. There's something else. Okay, yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, you get it. Okay, you understand. All right, anything more from here? No. Okay, here. No. And then here. No. True takeaways time. Which one goes first? This one. Okay, which one goes second? This one. Third goes here. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Bottom of the deck. This goes to everyone here, right? Fool card in reversal. It's just about to happen. Kind of like liftoff. Yeah. Kind of like liftoff. And it goes off like an arc into like, and then so when it lands, it's like it's supposed to land like that. So that is correct. Kind of like, how do you plant a bulb? It should be like, going up or down. I don't know, something like that. Um, Six. There is a calm. Okay. Something about to launch. Something about to launch. Yay. Okay. Queen of Cups in reverse, launching. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Like you don't feel. There's an essence of like you don't feel comfortable. Like comfortable. Somebody doesn't feel comfortable, but some people don't feel like as confident as they should be in the liftoff because it's just like it's like kind of quiet before the storm, but quiet before the launch. Quiet before the launch. Surprise! That kind of something like that. Anyway, there's that. Okay, bottom of the deck. Everybody here. High Priestess. Oh, we talked about this. Okay, we have our psychics here. We have our cognition. Is it people who can do? I feel like telekinesis. I don't know why. I feel like telekinesis here. It's like open sesame, but in your mind, and then it opens the door. And then like there's something very magical, but highly esteemed about this. Like very adept. You try something like I don't know how to like do that, and then you're like badass. Yeah, like tinsel, like very decorated. You see her hair? Um, that's how tinsel streams. Yeah, it's like a triple threat. Like there's different changes. Also, people who do fashion here, I don't know, like fashion. Was there models or creators? I feel like designers here. I feel like there are designers, not just people who sew. You know, these are designers, like people who like do the draping and all that shit. You see, very transitional, like very not just adaptable. This is crafted. You know, when artists craft like in the fashion industry, they're not crafting for like the environment. They're crafting for the like true artists are crafting for whatever they envision, whatever they want this like envisioned for. Not is it form over function? That's yeah, 100. Um so there's like tiers here. So it's kind of like triple threat. I could do this. I could do trad wife. I could do like country life. I could do That's it. Damn, you looking fine. You know, that kind of like that, you know? I could do it. That's you can do it. But to each their own purpose. So, um very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So top of the deck, the secret of the sauce, two of cups in reversal. These are upcoming bonds. Just wait here. This is an impression like you don't have to wait any further. Sometimes like you know the scope of the environment, it's not ideal to have to be like cuffed up right now. Okay, it's not ideal to like you know do this or like certain activities. Okay, just thinking about like the business mindset. You know what I just realized? I have a mole on my foot. What the frick? Like I'm gonna cover my toes, but look, there's a there's a mole right there. I don't want. Oh my god, what was there just? I'm scared to look. What the heck? My it pinched me. It was like one of those nail pinches. Like, do you feel it now? Do you feel it now? But like on here, that's it. It was like that. What are we talking about? I don't remember. This stuff. Where did we put it? Right here. So, rather than skipping to the good part of like pending relationships or like what do you have in store for me now, there's more of a focus. Like this is kind of like an interim. Like what do you call it? This is a processing unit. We're doing casting calls for you, Tina. We're shifting things in place. Man, my divine collective. This is the turtle, the ancient um elemental within its hedonistic form pentacle energy, the like land energy, the ancient turtle in Avatar: The Last Airbender. So been here waiting, yeah, waiting for you. I will be right here waiting for you. What is it? Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right. What is it so noisy? What is that? Karl Marx or something? What's Marx? I don't know. Something like that. Is that? I don't know. No. What is his name? Anyway, there's that. Excuse me. Okay, that's the top of the deck. Okay. Bottom of this deck is say what? Four of Worlds, Four of Pentacles, ownership, accountability, commencement. I told you, announcement, surprise, launch. Okay. Jupiter looks like it has a big old butt. Is that Jupiter? It's Mars? I don't know. Some planet is duplicated. It's like I have to look up what Jupiter looks like. I don't know those planets. I'm sorry. Planet. Yeah, damn it. Debrat. What's that song? Sanctified. Wow. Because we move from side to side. Okay. Um. What else do we see here? The ZZ plant budding. hmm Ram is featured again here, along with whatever I did not say it. I think it was the King of Wands. Androgynous energy. Striving forward with the sun at your back. So, mm-hmm. There's a deer here, but like powered up almost like a ram. Like there's a like sonic boom, sonic boom shapeshift. You see, like there's a deer here headed into it. Like there's this force, like just auric field, just like protecting it into the sun. And it goes boom, Sonic. Have you seen it? Boom, ready or not. Something puddle of mud. Yeah, that's the lotus flower. Boom, ready or not. That's crazy. And we're talking about demystified clouds. Interesting, interesting stuff. And what else? Okay, so that's it. And that's all of us. Okay. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. Strength. Number 11. Told you transition from the justice seating. So this is strong. This is long. I'm strong. I'm down to get the friction on. So please. Say this. Turn it out. Shake it out. What? Even my voice got to shout. Baby go. What? I didn't even know what song I was singing. I was just like, it's gonna lead to somewhere. It led to somewhere. Lion's Den. It's like, that's funny. Well, things are getting heated. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So lions. Uh, there's like a tear on that Apollo finger. Somebody's starting to get into their feelings. Oh my gosh, yeah. Beyond the beyond the tendencies. They're actually feeling more feelings than their lion's loins. Yeah, for sure. Like things are changing. You see, what is this? Oh, this is a new form of Venus. You see, like there's the egg right there, and then there's like the womb and body like there presented, and then like the chariot card like protected. You see, flowers. Yeah, definitely. This is womb type of energy. Yoni. I would say. I don't know. Somebody's giving a shout out to the Yoni. What the heck? Okay, okay. Like, look what you do to me. Oh god. Like that's a hummingbird, dude, or a mockingbird or something like that, dude. It's on blast. Have you seen a hummingbird like holla? Ain't no stopping me. Yeah, it's just, for sure. There's a lot of energy there. Okay. What? Okay. Okay. So one, two, two takeaways for my divine collective. Okay. First one. Five of Swords, one up. Okay. Clarified by Seven of Cups in reverse. You were chosen for this. You are chosen for this mission. Okay. For this transmission. I hear a car starting up. It's a long, what is it? Something. Turned 98, you won the lottery and died the next day. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride and you already paid. Some good advice you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Somebody's like on some money numbers. Yeah, we got Wall Street here. Yeah, with a beating on the chest. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Ace of Wands extroverted. A lot of creatives here. Like, ta-da! You're one big ta-da. That's what the universe is showing you at this time. You're one big freaking ta-da. Not just one big freaking deal. There's multiple deals tied to this. But you are definitely chosen for whatever this is. Needs your touch. It includes me in it. But, fireworks, blast, glitter stickers. This is talking about, like, the works. And it's all levels of being, like, in touch with the world. Like there's a lot of implications with glitter here, how juvenile it may be, like what where it groups you to, what it affiliates you to. Like I saw something on my feed, like a piece of glitter on some um dude's face, and you could tell like dude does gaming. Like he's not into that shit. Like when you have your nails did, like freshly did, and you're pointing out like some girls like picking at your face whether or not you fucked her or not. Like seriously, like you're on good fucking you know what I'm saying? Like, and some bitch is like looking at your face. Like girls tell me it's just like people jump to freaking conclusions, but you know what I mean? Like glitter, the implications of that, whether it is juvenile tendencies and or it's like mischief tendencies. Like there's something about there when I'm talking about different walks of life on the meaningfulness of um like the works, that I don't see any pentacle, like true pentacle energy here. So there's yeah, this is about the sensations, good vibrations, etc. So it's your first takeaway. Your second takeaway is okay. Both. Okay. 10 of Wands and the Moon card inverted. This is you, and then this is not you. I have cross watchers here. A mix of my divine collective. What the actual frig? Anyway, Moon card in reversal inverted. It's a new Moon card. It's about intentions. It's also saying that any ill workings that were done to you or set across your way, you don't. This is they're not working on you. Um, yeah, it's put back on the energy, like kind of like the unseen IOU of the universe. Like it's no, um, you owe it to yourself to learn these lessons. Whoever like put like dark magic or dark intentions your way, it's like the universe saying, like you owe it to yourself not to hop, skip, and a jump yourself. Like this is like trying to jump in like and expand the network of bullshit, you know, bully type of energy in its organized and disorganized sense, and then it going back on that like I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. So there's a tragedy there. That energy is also a tragedy, but yeah, okay. Um, so the thing is that there's a commonality to what lessons we need to learn when we're presented. This is not always like some more condensed in its teachings than others. So for this, it's like the universe wanted you to comprehend because you're so smart, um, to comprehend the intentions and have you truly translate how you would enact. How would you be in that situation? Because you're setting the example. You're going to give them a visible example of that there are better ways to do it, um, to like finalize like yes, I'm ready to move on from this. um, so it's a good translation technique. We have cosmic translators here. And so adept in different love languages, some like already creating other kinds of communication techniques, very well versed to be able to translate that for those who really need that kind of guidance. Tough Cookieville. The mayor of Townsville just clocked in. That kind of energy. So this is a different kind of disciplinary measure here, being put on notice. So once you like graduate that, like done deal. You did your job. This is like the elite levels of teachers. You know, where it's not about reward is in a different kind of recognition, more purposefully placed. hmm Yeah. So then, once you're done with that, then that's why the imagery was kind of startling here. Like, if it's not working, then why am I like this? You know, because this is both internal and external to you. And so like it was once before, okay, and now like it's blocked, okay. So now this is them, the ones that originated that energy. Oh wait, did I miss? Oh yeah, okay. This was supposed to come first. Okay, whatever. Okay. Second takeaway clarifier is. Did I? Yeah, yeah. Extroverted Queen of Wands. Quite magical. I'm telling you, the only way, like, you're magical. I don't care if you're male, female, non binary, whatever. Queen of Wands is magical. Highly coveted, attractive, life of the party. You know, like, you want them in on the list. They have their own collective, they have their own crew, they have their own followers, subscribers, etc. Um, these are well known. Hmm. Also good with like pets, doggy, doggy bag equipped, that kind of energy. So very thoughtful, even upon transit. Like they don't just think about themselves. You would think that's like a bag of ammo too, but that's ammo and it's like symbology. Hmm. So well prepared for other than just self. Hmm. Yellow. Yes, you can drive my car. Yes, you're gonna be a star, and maybe I'll love you. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, that's what it is. Cause it's a yellow card, and then it's like, what? Okay, so there's that. Whoa, whoa. Okay, all right. Clarified on 7 of Pentacles. There's a level of patience here. Like, I wouldn't want you to limit, um, nor go in excess in, I kind of temper your expectations. How do I say it? No, I think this whole thing is about being present, like as you are in the here and now. Because like we're not thinking about the future. Because if you think about like, okay, part of the directive is to temper your expectations when this like um star status is achieved. But it's like all of that glitters isn't really gold, even in its highest aspect. And then this lower degree, like some people might be like resentful or let down that something wasn't as successful or something some like it's not at the degree which the energy feels like but because like things take time too. um so even though things take time, this is also the impression, like reading between the lines, that there's a future ahead of you that is way bigger. Like you can't just do it all in one night. Like what, you have the rest of your life to live. Like if you're gonna set the bar this high, like so there's something about a matter of presence here that eliminates the implications of status and proclamations of worth in the future, something like that. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. um. Yeah, you're good. And you see, like this thing is about like the dark horse is about to make another leap. You know. Yeah. How often do you see imagery where the dark horse is supposed to be its usual terminology, but it's doing like grand leaps? Like this is definitely not a rodeo this time. This is like being tested as like one of the elite breeds. Um, yeah. So doing great. Okay. Let me have a drink. Have a drink. All right. First takeaway is yes, Sir Mix-a-Lot. That's what it is. Okay. 10,000 years later, we uncovered a response. Just kidding. Sorry. Okay. My first takeaway. But I can take this. Okay. We'll see first. Can I get it? Yeah. I can live a little. Okay. Just like that. It's the Lovers card in reversal. Then King of Wands, Ten of Swords in reverse, and Ten of Coins in reversal. You know what? I don't have much, but I know I love you. And that may be all there is to know. What song is that? Peebo Bryson? Is that My Endless Love? Oh my god, what? That's, yeah, because like, knows a lot of people. Could be with anybody. You met a lot of people, okay? They're soaring through. Like, no. Like, this is the fast forward version, like the flip book, like, you know, those cartoons where you, it's animation upon flipping through it. Doing rigorously, and then not rigorously, but it's exposed to a lot of people. And then it's like, that's soaring. That's the Phoenix energy. And then looking for that, you know, bottomless pit of worthiness. Like, it constantly, I love you more each day. Something like that. You know, so there's music tied to that, you know? There's amplified harmony in it. So much so that it's audible. You hear it everywhere. You see it everywhere. Everything is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Lovers, in reversal, like gone through a lot of things that just didn't work out, you know? Going through all of it, like it just not right. So like this, where did we put you? Am I sitting on it? No, where did we put you? Was this guy that was separate? What the heck? It was the letters card in reverse. So it was separate. So like, could this be? Could this be the one? Because it was separate, right? Because it's kind of like a before and after kind of thing too. Because it flipped, right? Am I going crazy? It flipped inside. Okay, whatever. That's my first thing. I mean, I could understand this. I could understand this. You know, who is it? Wake me up, and save me from the night. What is that song? What is that song? Evanescence. Yeah, something like that. It is very much like power ballad, but Army of Darkness, Hermit style, Dark Night of the Soul style. Like, you can laugh at a few things for sure, but it is like, it can be a cruel world out there. So you have to find something to laugh at. That's what the King of Wands is here for. It's comedy. It's good. It's a different version of healing. You only get to know that through exposure, multiple forms of exposure, different time periods, for sure. So there's not a complete loss in here. There's no like real, like I got here for a certain reason. Okay, there's that. Okay, okay. Clarified by, that's my takeaway. First takeaway. I should put this on another playlist to kind of like separate, because, dude, I'm like 7 or 8 videos backed up in reviewing it. I don't know if there's much tweaks to the playlist at this point, because they said, you know, I could just say like fuck it and just like, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Okay. But they said I still need to review from front to back end the actual videos. I need to do that. So I don't have any. It's good if I can do that for other people. I should. My sure is something. I could do it for myself. So that's more than enough, bare minimum, but that's required. That's what they're saying. Okay, what is strength? Why do we get? Oh, this is taming one's own beast, one's own lion in their den. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is like Russell it out. Is Russell? Somebody's name is Russell. Russell Crowe. Hecate is here still because the deep dark night of the soul. You see, they're just playtime. You see, like there might be like blood or whatever. You know how they say you have to dispose of a pet after they bite you because they're like bloodthirsty now. They're dead to you now. They have sold their soul because they bit your blood. You know, dude. For my context, this is no weapon formed against me shall prosper, even when I'm in my personal quarters. Meaning, like, I can't do myself dirty. Like, you see I've tried, you see, like, that bent sword, that club, this is a lot. um, so I can't do myself harm. This is all me. Extroverted there. So, in saying that here, I've I've seen I've seen some things, and then I can suspect other things. Like Claire's are on point, knowing I I came out not just alive, but more than kicking, and like this is kind of unheard of to exit certain communities in the way that I did, and still have varying degrees of impact that are just unheard of coming from these places. Like there are people that have, I think, sort of like 10 to 20 years in prison for anywhere from something like guess, fucking guess, okay? And you wouldn't be too far off. I mean, there's like cousins, there's different breeds of within the same degree of um, hardship tied to it. And like I didn't see it. Like, well, how do I say it? There, I don't want to dig deep into stories right now. Um, well, with one of them, a couple of them, a few of them actually, um, I was left like if I saw them in person, I would give them a big hug, regardless of context or whatever. Um, not because I feel for them, but because of the one-off thing, anomaly thing. But I'm told now, like, I have to be more careful. Um, it's so energetically. I have to figure that part out because it's just that things are different now. And I just have to be watchful because I'm a lot more receptive to certain things. So if you understand Rogue's power, um, there's an amplified and permanent, semi-permanent to permanent accessibility and impressions of what the other person had gone through. So, in other words, I'll know a lot about those energies. There's so, and yeah, like every, like how people say, oh, you're walking encyclopedia. Well, there's different versions of encyclopedias and Bibles and all that shit. So, like, everyone that I'm exposed to, I can tap into that, which it's great. It's very helpful, I would say. Like, help me help you, that kind of energy. Anyway, that's first takeaway clarified by. Yeah. So this is again in the Lovers card prefixing this. Um this is more than building like a love connection. Like Mick Jagger said, I can't get no satisfaction, that kind of energy. But anyway, um I don't know. Okay. Anyway, 5 of Worlds in reversal, setbacks. So no setbacks. Yeah, help me help you. So efficient, so good. So good. Okay. My second takeaway is 9 of Wands, presence. Well, this is like roll call. I'm here. Showing up despite, injury, your flaws, Like I could show you my mole on my foot with my toes and stuff, like blatantly, but there's a certain part of me, let me tell you this, is that you know how people are like foot fetishes? Well, since mine are all my feet look a little wicked. Or like confused. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? I don't know. I don't know. I'm here. That kind of energy. Um, I always thought that, or I got to thinking, how people are really into it. Um, if they liked my feet, they're if they were into my feet, they would be strange. Like seriously, strange. Like you're a different kind of sick, huh? Like a specialty kind of sick. You've got, and because of that, you have to pay me. A lot of people will not laugh at that, but if you understand the psychology behind it, I'm right. I gotta protect my tootsies. Okay. Okay, 9 of Wands. Okay, for my second takeaway, showing up despite. Um, okay, showing up despite. Okay. Clarify by. Like even if it's alone, like 6 of Cups. The friends will come if you build it. If you build it, like it fell, and then fell on the arch. I caught it on the arch, on the arch of my foot. Yeah. Um. Yeah. If you build it, like old community dead it off. Like they're just gone. They're gone. New ones will come. Yeah, you see, there's a sense of peacefulness there. Remember the oh there, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, old ways are gone. You see, remember trad wife? Old ways are gone. How weird is that? This is the trad wife, no longer a wife. You see that train? Like how it's built like that. No longer like that. The train has been like removed. Oh, the buck stops here. Like, so stop passing the buck. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. I've made my peace. I've said my piece. You know, it's to the water for them. I don't know, to the seas. But there's a solemn nature in this and what has transpired. You see, she has a bouquet, and the bouquet has fallen. Um, but that's this. This is mine. Okay. Um, that's interesting. Where do I put this here? Okay. Clarified by extroverted. The Empress. See, I've upgraded. I've super upgraded. It's like this launching pad thing. Like you just show up. You just keep showing up. Just keep show up angry. Show up, all sweaty. Show up like whatever. Show up. Trust that all will come in divine timing, but the emergence is here. That's my second takeaway. Whoop whoop. Okay, my third takeaway is where we go with this. Okay. Temperance. Very chill. Very good. This is a good transition. Like all is good. You're good. Like nobody has to ask. Like I'm good. And like, you see, this is like a flight attendant. I see you. Like this is a newly formed flight attendant, and she's like, what are you at? Like that, off in a distance. So yeah, the baseball fields, like kind of, or like ops, what is it? Special ops, there's hand gestures, very much in sync, very much synchronized for sure. There's a flow with the team. Okay. Okay, so that's my third takeaway. Clarified by Queen of Swords in reversal. Tempered by my shit talk? What is this? Shit talk and discretion. It's one way or the other. You see? Like it just flows. It just flows. Yeah, and if it's discretion, like I already said what I said. Is I said it. I'm not gonna say it again. See, the transition from here to here. And it's alchemy between different worlds of case studies, or what do you call them? Vestibules? What is it? What? What? Is that? That's. I think that's a word. I think it's the shortened version. The nickname for it is a vase. Something like that. Containers. One capacity to another. One threshold to another. One. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Yeah. She's. Oh my God. Look, the water. How many times? Let me tell fellow readers, how many times have you seen Queen of Swords with like water cup? That's a freaking picture. See, I said what I said. You want more? Like this is like I said what I said. And part of it was also like through the ancestors. I drank for the ancestors, so like I'm not the only one representing this. Uh, yeah, okay. All right. Clarified by. There's also something about pouring out of water, when you put water in, old water spouts out, it kind of like alchemizes in the mixture and then like pours out kind of from the sides, not the new, less of the new stuff, more of the old stuff. I think that's how it works. Anyway, I mean, it could change from the degree of like when you pour it from the top versus pour it close to you, like the you, the physicists, whatever, what I'm talking about. Anyway, but that's a, why do we say that? Well, this is a release of burdens that are not mine. Yeah, burdens that are not mine. So what I was going to tell you is dialysis. It reminded me of dialysis. Pouring out like the stuff that is bad blood, the weighted stuff. So again, growth here, but I think this is like the rooted fort version. In fortification, I am what I am. I said what I said. I stand where I stand. That's what it is. So it's not defensiveness in this. It's just a proclamation, an announcement, a more like a declaration. I do declare, I do declare I'm the Empress. And talk about the Army of Darkness energy. Look, holy freaking moly! You see, this is also ancestral. hmm that's a death rose right there. Kiss from a rose, budding to fruition. Mm-hmm. The proximity in there is uncanny. Dude, I just noticed that. That's so weird. Oh my God, but this is like all friendship. Like it's not creepy in a sense because yellow is the clear, yellow flowers are an indicator of presentation of friendship, camaraderie. Mhm. And yellow as a color is more like for candlework, joy, happiness. Um, and for those of you, should I say? No, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Hello. Turn the lights down. This is dangerous. Here we are now. Entertainers. I can see it. Contagious or something like that. And I remember all the lyrics. Yeah. Hey. Okay. it's in reversal. So this is kind of like drop the act. I think people are seeing, because I think there's still a fraction, a remnant of those that think that this is performative. Or I think this drops it. Drop it. What song is that? I can hear it. Very few words in it, but I can hear the beats. Anyway, there's that. Anything more? Yes? No. Done. No closure card. Yes. Yes, closure card. Which one's gonna do it? Which one's gonna do it? Wouldn't you know it's this one? Wouldn't you know? What song is that? You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and there you have the facts of life. When the world never be what you want it to be, there's something all about you. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Lovers in reversal, extroverted again. I think we've been through a bit, haven't we? Oh my gosh. And if you ain't chicken, or if you chicken with no ass, you ain't got shit. Is that what Lil Wayne said? Anyway, that's Venus, but like, there's no ass there. I think there has to be by by cosmic law some version of an asshole in order for us to know the contrast. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, no, that's. Oh my god, what? No, that is the lover's card. Look, they're smooching. Like they're face to each other. Yeah, there's some degree of magnetism. You can't have one without the other, so you need to know what it's like. Everlast, what it's like, versus what it's supposed to be. Hmm. And then when you get to what it's supposed to be, then you're not compromised. Like, how do you say it? You go through the realm of compromising to achieve that when it should be like so. You know what I mean? So natural. So this is an evolution of an understanding how to be at your best. Oh yeah, you're a positive, motivating force within my life. If you should ever need like to wonder why, let me know. So this is like going. This is primary established. Mm, yeah. So there's like what else impression of the wild things are. There's like some imagery and painting here. Oh, and a double rainbow. Wink, wink. Funny. Okay. Um. This is a certain kind of painting. Do you see like the image here? I don't know my artist that much to this is highlighting a certain artist like yeah. This is yeah, this is seeing the varying degrees of love, of self-actualization, redefinition, and yeah, that's what it is. Weird. This is a closure card. What the heck? This is also an opener. um, anything else? That's where it goes. All right. Time for the imaginary mic. Is it Jupiter? Apollo? Is that the finger? I'm gonna give you the finger here. Okay. Already got fingered. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Blessings be. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gift, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, prospects, and loosh. From those that call upon cash, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, comfort, pattern, and or entity to pass through it. Light of the Holy Spirit for cleansing, for blessings, for reformatting, for love and light energy, and to be refortified in me only has a free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Okay. Now, what are we gonna do? Alright, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assisting with the events of rollout and light and love. I close the portals in this reading. Now, you can indulge in my space buns that are not too spacey. I've tempered them a bit. Yes, because there's no other way of dealing with my hair. Like, I had to tame it in its own special way today. Usually when I do space buns, they look really like they jet out because my hair is so long. They do look like that. Not today. Not today. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks very much to the blue moon. I do really want to get one for the blue moon. Fortune. Destiny in reverse. This is faded. It's faded. Alright, that's it. Bye for now. Thanks.